Welcome back to Boyson's Place. Hey, let's talk story. I know I just did a show last night and I figured I wanted to do one more here on Valentine's Day. I was thinking about it, and really for the longest time, I was like, do I even talk about this part? Pads, right? A lot of you men have seen your sisters, your mother, your aunts, your girlfriends, your wives, go through the monthly cycle and getting pads, and I remember when once I had to go buy them. And I learned real quickly when my wife said, no, what was it? Extra heavy flow with wings. Didn't know what that was. And then I got price checked on one time. True story, true story. Um, and so I used to joke around all the time. I used to tease my bless her heart, my late sister Fosta when she had her first experience, of menstruation, in elementary school, I think. And I teased her, teased my poor daughter. I laughed, and as a guy, we don't understand. We're ignorant. So guess what? I FAFO'd. That latest term that we've heard since the election. FAFO. Go ahead and Google it. I won't say it because there's some expletives in the first part of it. But yeah, I FAFO'd. I effed around and found out basically. When you go through prostate cancer as a man, and after you get surgery or even like you have radiation and all that, you go through a thing called incontinence, which is basically the lack of control of your bodily fluids. You're in my case, the bladder. So, where my urethra is, they had to clip that and it's connected to the bladder, but then it's a little wider. So, it's going through a lot of healing right now, but it's difficult to, keep the fluids under control as we usually are. You know how you can squeeze and you can wait. TMI, but it's the reality of it, guys. When you go through prostate cancer and you go through the whole process. Yeah, you young guys might be laughing, but wait till you get to our age in the 50s and 60s and you'll find out. You'll follow. So don't start eating right now, eating healthy and exercise. And if prostate cancer runs in your family, get tested, get your PSA test because you'll get one of these, right? So this one is the depends. I'm gonna avoid saying most of the brands. But this one I can't help. It's basically your men's underwear, right? And the inside you have your padding as well too, right? And I'm such a tightwad that I don't want to go through too many of these. So what did I do? I bought these guys. These are feminine napkins. You got the thin one, right? Right? And ultra thin, whatever. And then this one's like overnight, right? So it's thicker and it can contain more fluids. So when you're sleeping at night, it doesn't, spill over from onto your PJs and onto the bed, even though we have extra, sheets covering the bed and all that. You'll go through this, right? So you guys who have gone through this know what I'm talking about, right? It's frustrating because you can't use your regular underwear. You can use these too, but they can leak. So I've been putting these on, and I'm such a tight wad. I even put extra. I'll roll toilet tissues like 4 times around, and I'll stuff it on top of these guys so that I don't have to change them out that much. Hey, they get expensive. And then I was talking to a good friend of mine, Cora, after church last Sunday, and she's a nurse. Thankful for all the nurses, thankful for all, the caregivers out there. But the nurses who know, they told me about the Tina brand, right? So these are for men. They're made specifically for men. And so I'm going to try these. But I also got, she told me there's a sort of like a cup, right? And there's one here that has kind of like, it's like a wedge shape, right? So it'll cup you underneath your testicles basically. And I am for the first time using that with my regular underwear. So I'm going to see how those last. Uh, it's all in there. But you know what? I'll open one up. Um, yeah, incontinence, not the most fun thing to go through. So this is how it looks like, right? There's a little opening here, right? It goes down here. This goes underneath your sack, basically. This one here is what you peel and it'll adhere to your underwear. And if you're out and about, it should collect it. It's pretty thick actually too. Um, I read directly on the Tina site. I got a bunch of them, and I'm gonna try them out. Right. So that's the one thing that you gotta know, in terms of incontinence. After you get the surgery and or you get the radiation, that's what you have to make sure that you have, so that you don't have to soil yourself in public. Hopefully. Oh yeah, there've been a couple times like I waited too long and I had to just change the whole diaper all over again. So if that helps you guys, hey, I didn't know. I had to learn all of this on my own just by asking questions, and so I'm sharing my experience with all of you so that you don't have to go through this like I did. And I hope you never ever have to go through prostate cancer. So if that helps you, I'm glad. And like I say to my friends, what's that term that I've been using is, um, oh, what was it? Oh yeah. Um, Early detection could save an erection, right? So as funny as it sounds, because it does affect you with ED as well too. So early detection could save an erection. But the topic of prostate cancer itself is serious. Again, eat healthy, exercise. Don't take your health and your life for granted, because there's a lot of people that love you. And just remember today, like we talked about incontinence, don't joke around about it like I did. So karma, right, came back to haunt me, and I FAFO'd. Have a great day.